Everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Awesome.
Okay, tell us, what was it like, man, in your first NFL game? How comfortable were you out there today?
Yeah, I felt good. There's always, there's always a little bit, of a more focus that you have going to games for whatever reason. Even if you try and enter that mindset and things like that throughout the weeks, it's just a sense of control, I guess, a sense of progress, a sense of a bunch of different things that when you get into games, the comfort level and all of that normally skyrockets.
On the dump off to Swift, did you see him? Because it looked like
I did see him.
It looked like a no look.
No, it wasn't a no look. I wish I could claim that it was, but it wasn't. I saw him for a quick second, and then I really saw his gloves because he had, I believe, bright orange gloves on or something like that. And so I saw it open, and I could feel the defenders kind of, breaking through the line, which they showed on the screen. So offensive line did a great job, making it seem believable as if they were going to let up a sack and then toss it over the head, and we got, I think it was around 40 yards or so. So it was great.
A couple of vets in there were talking about the confidence that you had even right at the beginning.
Yep.
Is that something that's just natural? Is that something that you're very intentional about trying to show in a huddle? I mean, it's your first game ever at this level. Not a lot of guys would walk in with that kind of confidence.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I was trying to show, and I wouldn't say that it's natural. I would say that it's come from the hard work here and us being here working together, building this thing together as we go, and then also, the years of work of getting here and now being a Chicago Bear. So it's, I think it just comes from a lot of hard work over time, and being around these guys, they make it a lot easier for me.
But on the play action rollout, you hit the Cole. It felt like the play design, you did most of the work for you. What did you see on that whole sequence and the ability to hit that throw down the field?
Yeah, so we've been repping this play for a while now, and just getting those reps in has been key. And then you come out on game day and the C's part, and Cole's running down the sideline, and my job is just to give him the ball in space and let our players like Cole and them just do their magic. But got out, got past the DN, ran past him, pump faked, and then tossed it to Cole, and he was wide open, did a great job selling it, and then breaking to the corner.
How reassuring is this, just as a start, as a beginning?
Yeah, there is an understanding that it is preseason, that everybody's not going to show their looks and what they would do versus, and vice versa. But it definitely is, it definitely feels good to get out there. Last time I was out there on the field, other than practice, was November 18th, and it's you go that long without something, it's tough. But it's been great. The guys have made it fun. They made it easy on me. Talking about our other players, they've been great from the beginning to now, and my progress is I would count my progress and support. I would count it to them. They've been great, like I said, and so to get out there and have the confidence that we had out there, it's only going to get better, and we can't wait.
You buy time in the pocket, it seems like you do so you can throw the ball down the field, but on that one scramble up the middle, what did you see on that? Why did you decide to take off? And was the slide a natural one? I know you've been working on it.
We've been practicing the slide with the slippy slide. So I had a plan in my mind of what they were going to do defensive-wise, and then they dropped out of it. They went two-man. At first I think DeMar was on the left side. I thought he was going to rotate, and the right safety was going to rotate down. Not. He bluffed it, got over top of the vertical, I believe, to roam. And then after that, I got down to my back. My back was covered, and I saw the C's part, realized it was two-man, and took off.
Did you take a minute to find the play clock? It's really out of sight.
No, so it's always a thing once you get in, well, for most quarterbacks and things like that, once you get into the stadium, go find the play clocks. So you're never looking for the play clock, but they do a good job of hiding that one play clock. It's in white with the white little building up there.
Your last play, did you think you had Rome as you kind of let that ball out? It felt like you thought when you were in the back of the end zone.
Yeah. So Rome and I talked about it. Excuse me. Rome and I talked about it, and that comes from time. of getting on the same, same page and same connection. We talked about it, and I actually thought he was going to take it high because I thought he saw the guy, which he did. He told me he saw the guy that was below him, one defender and one of our teammates down the right sideline. I thought he was going to either settle or go to the back pylon. He started coming out flat. By then, I had to let the ball go, and I tried to give him a chance and put it back pylon, see if he could run under it.
The human nature urges to kind of take that breath and say, obviously that felt good to get back out there, and then Matt says you have to scale back and say also there's a lot of work to do. How do you kind of juggle those two things of like taking some enthusiasm out of this loss, understanding that the climb is still pretty steep?
Yeah, I mean, you have to understand where we are and understand, what we have and where we're headed. That's the most important thing. But you also have to be where your feet are. So when you're out there in the field, when we're preparing for this game, you're enjoying it, you're having fun, you're having a blast. When we take a step back, when we get in tomorrow or early tomorrow, we take a step back, we go through the tape, and then on to the next preseason, and then, from there you take it from there, and then you keep growing, and then we just, keep counting those days, counting those hours, and getting after it.
You're giving Bears fans permission to be excited right now?
I mean, Bears won, why not?
To talk to Josh Allen at all? Just any of the pregame interactions?
It's just a quick hello, how you doing? Nice to meet you. Said I like this game. Say you like my game. Be safe. Those kind of things. Awesome.
Thank you.
The Bears.
Yeah, what were your impressions of what Caleb was able to do to start that game, and didn't get a touchdown, but with some of the passes that we completed and just how we looked.
Yeah, just overall, we really wanted to take this opportunity to get the process and have a really good plan in place for the reps we wanted to get. And obviously, a good job on third down, completing that pass to DJ, and then making some explosives there and getting into the red zone. And we stalled out there, and it was 4th and 4, I believe, at the end. So we ended up kicking it. But I thought overall in the pocket, protected the football. Had a consistent performance, and now we got to learn from this and get better. What we did well is very good, and what we need to improve on. And I told the team, in the locker room there, that we got to level up. I challenged them last week to be able to get better as a whole group, individually, and collectively, and they did that, and we had to do it again because we don't have time not to improve. So there's got to be a sense of urgency in our building.
And the biggest gain was the screen to Swift. What did you see from Caleb on that play, and really from the whole unit and getting that thing to work?
Yeah, just his ability that we see in, you guys have seen it at practice, his ability to get the ball out of his hands really fast when pressure arrives. And that happens sometimes on those screens. So I thought he did a really nice job, getting the ball to him cleanly. And obviously Swift is a guy that is dynamic and really got a lot of good speed. And he's just got to kick his feet up at the end there.
When you guys have the play action, you rolled right, you had commit on the deep over.
Yeah.
His ability to pump fake, to buy himself the second, and then to throw a strike on the dead run. And I know you've seen it in practice.
Right.
Seeing it in a game, what did you feel when you saw it?
No, I thought it was really good. He did a nice job of coming out of the fake with speed, which you need to do. And the guys ran their route depths correctly, and they ran with speed too. So they stayed open. A lot of times when you're doing those keepers, you're running away from leverage on defense. So you really got to maintain that speed. And Cole did that on that play, and then Caleb did a nice job of striking it in there.
You have a quarterback looking downfield as he's doing that. Is that something that's taught or kind of inherent?
No, that's taught. That's the read. Yeah, he did a nice job of going through his progression there.
Bates wasn't out there today. Is he dealing with an injury issue? Ryan Bates?
No, it's just something that he's had, from before. But he's fine. He'll be fine working in this week. So, like I said, it's a big week. Tomorrow will be a walkthrough setting to get the corrections, get cleaned up, really do a good job of looking at this game. And like I said, learning from it. And then the players will have a day off to get ready for this big week we have. We have a couple practices, and then we have the joint practice on Thursday, and then a walkthrough again on Friday, and another game. So it's going to be a big week for us to level up.
Matt, what impressed you about Caleb on third down? I think the first completion to DJ was third down, and then the 3rd and 9 scramble.
Yeah, the poise in the pocket, being able to ride the pocket there, keep 2 hands on it when he was in the pocket, and then throw a strike. Really good job by DJ coming back to the football too on that one. So it was both, and the protection was solid.
What did you think about Caleb on that play too? Just you talked about the way he battles back in camp, but to have that first play obviously didn't go as well as he would have wanted. To be in that 3rd and long, for him to kind of have the poise to just make the play.
Yeah, I think it's good for him. It's the fruits of his labor. He's been working his tail off for 15 practices, and then, even before that, all through the summer. So it's good to be able to say, hey, all this drill work, all the things that I've been doing, it's paying off, and I can see the improvements, And we're going to look at this tape and then look back and say, hey, what can I learn from this? There's a lot of things that we can learn from this process of getting these reps, as he does in practice when he's going against the one defense.
You guys talked about watching Austin finish in game situations. When you see what he did today and you've watched him grow through camp, what are you seeing in his ascent right now?
Yeah, his ability to move surprises me. His ability to move in the pocket, and adjust his arm angle to deliver good strikes is really impressive, and he's exciting to watch.
How do you feel about your D-line depth? I mean, just with Booker and Hardy having a good day, coming off a pretty good practice.
Yeah, those guys got to ascend, right? Those guys, got to show that they can do it, with the big guys, and so that's part of it. And they're doing a good job with one-on-ones when they go against our starters. But it was good to see him today. Get some production for sure. Again, we're down a couple guys right now, so it'll be good to hopefully get those guys back soon as possible.
Bayless around the edge a couple times, but also up the middle, which is a whole different world for him. What do you think of his performance in his first game?
I thought it was positive. I mean, we all saw it. It was positive. He did a nice job of really getting north, and you saw his he's got really good lean mass, and he's a physical player, and you can see him really denting that the tackles to fall forward for those positive yards to really gain those hidden yards in our favor. So, he's been good back there.
You talked about this being a week-to-week thing.
Yep.
You going to give it another week?
Yeah, I'll talk to Chad and Shane, and we'll get together here in the next couple of days, and we'll figure that out going into the Tuesday practice.
I was asking about the other Austin, Booker, and defensively and his ability to get after the quarterback, and just what you've seen there over the last few weeks.
Good. It's good. It's what we saw, coming out. He's got a really good slip, a really good natural ability to rush the passer with speed and not predetermine what he's going to do ahead of time. I think that stresses the offensive tackles out when a guy doesn't predetermine or shuffle his feet. It just shows that speed to power or the speed and spin inside. I know the out and out moves that he likes to do, so it's been good.
What did you like about Baskerville's big play today?
He scored. He got some good speed there. He kicked his feet up at the end and had a nice read on that. It's good.
I know you guys feel like you're having a good camp, but is there a different level of excitement when you see Caleb go do something in a game setting? Is there a proof of concept?
Yeah, there's certainly positivity there, and we're not going to squash that. I do feel that we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of things to accomplish as a football team, not just Caleb. We all got to play good around him. So it's important that we keep improving before that first game.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.